In this video, I will discuss some highlights regarding writing personal statements, and this will help you prepare for your first essay assignment. In addition to often being a requirement for a scholarship application, personal statements also invite others to see who you are as an individual. They showcase your unique qualifications in a personal light, and they also allow others to see how well you express yourself in writing. Please keep in mind that successful personal statements paint a memorable picture of your life and your accomplishments. So you want whoever is reading your personal statement to walk away with a clear picture of your values, your core interests, and your skills. As an example, I have a couple pictures of my younger children involved in some gardening and craft activities that involve sustainability practices. Utilizing Indigenous sustainability practices is important to me, so that might be something, for example, I would mention in my own personal statement. We're going to look at some different steps to help you prepare to write your personal statement, and the first step is to gather information. Some of the type of information you might consider gathering to then form into your personal statement includes family background, academic plans and career goals, personal and academic achievements, and extracurricular activities. Also, it's important to include past, current, and future efforts towards making a difference in your community. And finally, you might want to talk about financial need. In the picture I have in this slide, I have my husband, my two younger children, and myself, because being a parent is the most important role I have in my life. So I would definitely mention something about my family and my obligations to my family in my own personal statement. The second step is to carefully select information. So you want to sort through all of the information that you gathered in the first step, while keeping in mind that you have a very short opportunity to grab your reader's attention and make them want to actually invest in you by giving you a scholarship. You want to cover all the aspects of the scholarship that is specifically mentioned in the qualifying criteria, and you want to also highlight your strengths. If you're less experienced, for example, in a specific area you're asked to address, focus more on another area that you have more experience in. When you write the volunteer section, if there is a volunteer section in your statement, emphasize what you have or will do rather than what you haven't done. For our specific UH Commons Scholarship personal statement, there are 7 different areas that you're asked to address if applicable. So you want to address any of these that apply. You should all definitely address number 1, why you think you deserve a scholarship. But keep in mind that you should begin your statement not by saying, I deserve a scholarship because, but to show how and why you deserve a scholarship using different words than I deserve a scholarship. For number 2, you should all address that as well, how the scholarship will help you in your education. You should address number 3, your educational and career goals. And also number 4, I'm sure everyone in this class has some kind of accomplishment that they can write about. And that does not have to be limited to the academic realm or to the school realm. If you are currently employed, you might want to talk about that, or maybe past employment. And then we did talk a little bit about personal background in the previous slide. Some examples specifically listed in number 6 related to personal background include returning to school later in life, raising children, and anything else that you feel is important for your readers to know about your personal background. And then number 7, any barriers to obtaining your educational goals and how you plan to overcome those. And specifically, socioeconomic or educational disadvantages are mentioned here. So again, you want to cover as many of these that are applicable to yourself as possible. The third step is editing, so you want to proofread your draft carefully and do so more than once. I highly recommend giving your draft to a peer to review outside of class. We will be doing this in class. And keep in mind that teachers are excellent peer reviewers. You can also see a writing tutor. You have access to free tutorial services as students at the college. And you also want to remember when you're editing that you cannot exceed 900 words. That is the maximum for this scholarship essay from the UH system. So you can use the word count feature in Google Docs to help you tell exactly how many words you have in your personal statement. And then just a few highlights to end with. In your personal statement, try to create a strong introduction that will capture your reader's attention. Really make your readers want to know you. And remember, your readers are reading thousands of essays, so any way you can be creative and help yourself stand out right in the beginning is really helpful. Convey to your readers a clear, thoughtful picture or impression of you as a person who has distinct interests, motivations, accomplishments, aims, and ideas. As you're doing this, you want to create a clear theme or purpose that unifies the ideas and information presented, so everything should tie together nicely. And then create an effective closing paragraph that leaves the reader with a sense of completeness. Suggest, for example, to the reader something of the spirit with which you are going forward in your life. So you want to try to end strong and leave a lasting impression on your reader. Also, you want to keep it simple. Don't try to use big words that you often don't use. Just use words and language you would naturally use when talking or writing to a friend or a trusted mentor. Use specifics, so help your reader remember you by using specific names, references, illustrations, whatever's going to help you stand out personally. And try finding the story in your history. Your life has been a journey with planned and unexpected turns, with successful and frustrated goals. So tell the story that makes sense of your life as it has been, as it is, and how it will be. And in my final note, which I didn't include here, you want to make sure that your voice is authentic. Be honest and sincere in what you're writing about. And that is the best route to take always, is to use language that you would normally use in a sincere, thoughtful, and honest way. And this concludes this presentation about writing personal statements. Thank you.